What's up, guys? So in our last video I showed you how to install Git and how to make a GitHub account. So in this video we're going to kind of continue down that path, and I'm going to show you how to initialize a local Git repo, and then how to push that out to GitHub. I guess a quick explanation, a repo or repository is basically just your code base and all the files that live in it. And things like Git and Subversion help you keep track of your code at different states. That's just kind of a high level. Kind of maybe get into that more in the future, but that's just a base explanation of what it does. So yeah, let's just go ahead and jump on in. I'm going to go ahead and open my desktop and make a couple folders. The first one being a workspace to work out of. And if we dive in here, we'll make another one called first Git Repo. So do that. Now if we go back to PowerShell, we're going to change directory into our desktop, and then workspace, and then the first Git repo. So now we're in that folder we just created. If you do atom dot, this will open the atom editor in the current directory. And that's the tool we installed in the last video as well. So it's kind of hop over here, and you'll see it's empty. So we're just going to add a file here. We'll call it welcome.txt. And we'll say hello. I'll do neighbor friendly, and then Control S to save it, or file save. Alright, so now if we go back over to PowerShell, we'll see you can ls to list out the files if you're using PowerShell, and we'll see we have our welcome text there. But if we try to run git commands, like git status would normally tell you like what files have changed since your last commit. You'll see it's going to say it's not a repository. So we want to actually turn this into a repository. To do that, you're going to say git init, and you'll see this adds this git folder. Not a lot of stuff in there you really need to know about, just know that gets added when you do git init. Now if you do git status, you'll see there's no commits yet. We're on branch master. I'm not going to get into branching just yet, maybe in the next one, but just know that we're on branch master. And then untracked files, so files that have changed. So you'll see welcome text is there. So what we want to do is eventually we want to commit this into merge history, or commit this into the branch history. So before we can do that, we need to do something called git add. And you can either do git add file name, or you can do git add dot, and that'll add all the changes. So we're going to do dot just because it's shorthand. If you do git status now, you'll see it turn green. So it's staged, but we didn't actually commit it to our commit history. And you'll be able to see every time you actually commit stuff out, you can see those changes and all the commits that have happened. So when we do git commit is the command to actually commit it and stage it so it's ready to actually be part of the repository's history. So you do git commit -m for message, and then you'll give like a message here to describe the changes. So we can say like adds welcome text. If we hit the enter and then we do git status again, we'll see that we don't have anything different for master branch now. We've now committed that to master branch. So now this is all on our local. At the end of the day, we want it out on our server, on our GitHub, so other devs can see it and collaborate, add changes, all that stuff. So in order to do that, we're going to sign into your GitHub account that you made in the last tutorial. And when you sign in, you should see this. You won't see all this because that's my projects, but you're going to click new. And then the repository name is going to be the same thing you named the folder here. So first Git Repo. Repo. And then you can put a description if you want, or choose if you want it public or private. Excuse me. And then you can click create repository. There's a couple ways that we can connect up to the server, I guess, from our desktop. We're going to use HTTPS. So basically, we're going to ignore this first one. We can see we already did this git init. We already added it. We already committed it. What we need to do is we need to add the remote location of our GitHub server or Git server. So in order to do that, you'll copy this command here, git remote add origin, and yours will be slightly different. It'll be whatever your username is this. So you get Control C here. Before I paste this in, I want to show you the way you can tell your remote your remote locations or whatever. If you do git remote-v, that'll output all of your remote locations. So now you'll see we don't have any because we just initialized this, so we're going to paste that in. Now when we run git remote v, it'll show you that this is our origin, or this is one of our remote locations that we are pushing and fetching code from. So now we still have these changes on our local, right? So if we come over here and go try to click on our project, it's not going to change anything because we don't have any code there yet. So we want to actually push this welcome text out to GitHub. In order to do that, we have to do a command called git push, and then you want to do origin. So origin is like the name that your local branch gives it. We could have said here, we could have said git remote add potatoes, and then that would have been potatoes. But whatever name it is here, which is origin, and then we're going to say master, the branch name. So in this case, we're on master branch, and again, we'll talk about branches in another video. So git push origin master branch. So we're pushing the master branch out to our origin server. So if we'll go ahead and do that, and you'll see it'll spin up. It may ask you for a password. I can't remember because mine's already set up if it's not going to ask me anymore. If it does, the password it wants is the password to your GitHub account. But it might not even ask it. So now, if we see here, if we refresh the page, I should see my welcome text. Boom, there it is. And if you go to github.com/clickmonkey/firstgitrepo, you'll be able to see this as well. So I think it's a good stopping point. That's how you start a project and then get it out on GitHub. And the next one we'll kind of get into changing and making pushes and some of the tools available to you with Git and GitHub as well. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe. Thanks, guys. See ya.